All right, good morning, ladies and gents. Everything went fine last night. The purge, a lot of dead birds around, cows. Uh, we got storms all over. We're flooding out the southern eastern parts. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. So we're just going to flood everything out if the devil is down in Georgia. And everything went as planned last night. You could see, this morning before it started raining, I went outside and you could see it on the car, whatever it was. Some kind of a mist or whatever last night. But everything went as planned, and we're on to conquer the next big thing. They are flooding out the East Coast, down in Florida. This will continue until they get rid of all the bad people down there. The devil went down to Florida. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind. He was out of time. He was looking for a man to read. I don't know, flood everything out. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a great morning. Although my back is killing me, but other than that, it's a great morning. Everything went. Let Pentagon and everyone know, government and everybody, FBI, all the branches, everything went as planned. I don't know. What's the next mission? What's the next big thing? I don't know. I'll keep track of the black web. They'll fill me in on when the next purge of America is going to. I'm really sorry, but the is old news now. Right, new stuff came in, and the now the uproar is the Olympics. Everyone's like, screw the Trump. This is huge. These people at the Olympics are demonic, mocking God and everything. I'm like, uh-oh. So now that's the big topic. Nobody really cares about what happened with the Trump shooting. We all know it was one shooter. They're trying to create this massive thing. It was some kind of a coup. We know this much. I'm going to let you know what the experts told me. It was just one crazy dude. And there was a communication breakdown because when you got 4 or 5 teams there and private security and police, and there's bound to be a breakdown of communication. And that's all that happened. Could it have been better? A better security team? Sure, but like I said, folks, we've been telling these people are just sick of authorities, right? You can't have weapons, but we can. Right? You can't do this, but we can. And people are just fed up with it. Nobody wants to do any of that, I can guarantee you this much. We will not attack any United States government, military or federal or Homeland Security or anything. That is not the mission they sent these people on. They're safe. We're all on the government side, right? Them people are all safe. They're not here to attack them. They're here to take out these organizations that the government see, because now Homeland Security, CIA, all these intel division and branches have the goods on all these organizations that these corrupt politicians are using. all these biker clubs, and Mike, they're investigating Mike Pence and Rolling Thunder and all this madness. They're actually, I'm in Indiana, and a lot of people are asking, was this, where was Mike Pence when this all happened, this Delphi murder of two girls supposedly by bikers, some Odin club and authorities? And that's why I don't want my U.S. military taking any orders from any politicians, uh, because they're all corrupt in the first place. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And I do agree with Bobby Kennedy. You don't know. We don't know what these people do behind closed doors until the Federal Bureau of Investigations or CIA arrests these people. Then we know. But other than that, this will teach you to mess with us disabled people and mentally ill people and all kinds of crap. Let this be a lesson to America. And Trump must have been right. They've been using this stuff as a weapon. Ah. All right, I'm having some coffee. Now, folks, don't be afraid. I know a lot of you are seeing what looks like birds and yellow jackets or whatever. Them are drones. Uh, yeah, they're drones. They look like birds. They fly like birds. No biggie, though. It's no biggie. Right? We're on their side. Everyone is so worried about people being watched. And that, when we went in front of Congress, Senate, we're like, this is the proof. These people are worried. They want us to protect them, but they are so worried about being surveillance. What does that tell you? That they are trying to hide the evil that they do. They want to be able to walk down our streets and kidnap our kids and rape and pillage our streets without being seen. See? That's what these people want. That's why everyone, you can't film us. You can't do this. You can't do that. We can, because the zoo has gone crazy. I mean, we all seen Jurassic Park, the movie, right? The animals have escaped out of the containment center, and we got to keep track of them. I don't know what to tell these people. I really don't care. You killed me a long time ago, so eye for an eye, folks. I think that's what they all tell me, eye for an eye. Well, I want none of it. We'll continue to make our movies here, and that's about it. Now, like I said, we've been tracking these people. We know that they've been sending spies to try and chat with us, messages, emails, all kinds of stuff, trying to get info. The best information I can give you folks is America is over with. As who was that guy? Freddie Mercury used to say, "Get on your bikes and ride, boys." We're having a problem at the complex here. We got a bunch of people that moved in. Some of us have been here for a long. You know what I hate is when these people come in and they just think they're going to run everything. Right? They move in, they take over. The next thing you know, you got pills popping everywhere, needles around outside everywhere, everything. Hey, I don't know who's calling the shots at this little apartment complex and letting these people come in, but I've been here, I don't know how long, probably 15 years, 13 years, something like that. I ain't never seen it this bad. hell, they're pulling up in the parking lot, shooting their dope, and then driving. And then they all say they know some woman or the people that run the place. I don't know. I really don't care no more. It's a free for all. Yeah, brings me back to Chicago. The crackheads scattering everywhere when you turn on the lights outside like roaches. No, I don't know. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares that America's over. But we got storms around, folks. We got floods happening in Florida, tornadoes. But it's going to move right up the East Coast, flood everything out. I guess the devil took off to Georgia, and Jesus is looking for him. He's flooding the way. He's flooding everything up. Yep. Yep. We're going to make LaGrange, Indiana, ground zero of massive destruction that's going to be apparent. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Now, as we speak, I got word that I guess these people have come in and they're taking out the ball pens, the prisoners. Mysterious sickness going through the prisons. People dying like flies. Well, hey, better them than us, right? Because they're already killers, rapists, and pillagers. Full-scale war is going to break out. It ain't going to be no civil war or anything. It's just going to be Jesus getting rid of all the followers of Satan in America. Now, I know one thing. I don't know, but people keep passing out landmark rental management team papers here. I have no idea why, but that must be who the management team is there. And they're wanted in South Bend, I think, for stuff at a facility where a bunch of people were abused. I know the state police are looking for a couple LaGrange police cops. Now, whether they're corrupt or not, I have no idea. Uh, but yeah, Well, at least I cut that grass yesterday before it rained, so that's good. I think we got rain today and tomorrow. Now, I know a lot of you folks are pissed off because we're going to be coming into LaGrange, Indiana, and getting rid of some of these people. Now, a lot of these people that stood up against this organization in this corrupt town got their food stamps taken away. Now, what we found out is that these clubs are putting people in the medical field, the food stamp field, you name it, numerous fields within this little town, even the doctor's office, everything. And they're trying to kill people and they're trying to take away their benefits so they can give benefits to their people, right? Now, we have caught numerous people. They are all in a lockup cell, but not in the LaGrange Police Department because these people are saying they're corrupt. I don't know what to tell you. So we have a couple of trailers in the woods out here where we hold these people, where they are brought before the judge of the American people. And then they are dealt with however, usually they're given death sentences. But this is justice, right? That's what they wanted, justice. Well, now these people are doing it. They're taking justice into their own hands. Right? Well, Anthony Greeno was talking about that. That people took back in the 1800s, people took things into their own hands and went into a prison, overtook the jail, killed all the guards in the jail, and then took the guy out of the jail that they wanted and hung. Right? That was people taking justice in their own hands. Same thing here. People got fed up with this bull crap in this small little town and in Indiana, period. And they've taken things into their own hands. Yes, they've been running down bikers. Yes, they've been putting cameras up in town watching everybody. And everybody is so pissed off. You can't fit people. You don't own the town no more. It's been overtaken by these tyrants and terrorists and crazy madmen. So we put up small, tiny little cameras watching everybody, even the police department. Now I know the branches have been calling me left and right. Can we ease up a little bit? No, we cannot ease up. We give these people an inch, they'll take a mile. Most of these cameras are so high up in the sky, water tower, even in the courthouse tower, and in trees, all the way at the top of the trees. Now, a lot of you are going, how? I don't know how they did it. They probably paid a tree guy to come up and climb the tree and put the camera in there. But there are cameras all around here. If you don't like it, move out of this town. 2024 is going to be about security. Yes, we have cameras, even in our little schools for the kids so we can watch. Drones that look like birds, insects, all kinds of stuff. We refuse to fall to Satan. We refuse. People are all pissed off. Well, move. If you don't like it, move. You folks are being filmed. I can guarantee you that much. You're all corrupt. Matter of fact, I got word yesterday. I got a bunch of these sickos that like the kids and pushing the pills and all kinds of stuff. Here in my little town, this little complex. I know one more thing. If this apartment complex goes to the hospital again because they were exposed to fentanyl, we're going to find these pill popping, snorting, whatever they are, and they're going to be locked up forever. If they make it, depending on what group gets them, either the government gets them or this new vigilante group that's come into town finds them first and takes them to their little secret prison that they have in the woods out there. I don't know. I'm just making a movie. And movies are real. So, yes, everybody is being surveilled and watched. Now, the big thing is they're surrounding Michigan. Well, here's what the thing is. There's been studies done on this cannabis stuff that these people have been selling. And supposedly now people are dying from it. And they found a bunch of metal in it, all kinds of stuff in the vaping stuff. And if it's in that and they're missing it, then it might be in the flower too if they're growing it that way. I mean, this is horrible. This is why I wanted the federal government of the United States to come in and sell the cannabis, because then we would know there would be no high metals in it, no pesticides, nothing that they can give you to make you go crazy. And everybody got mad at me, and I'm like, oh, and now everyone's got popcorn lung and going crazy, and now they're saying, well, it's from the vapes that these people in the cannabis vapes and whatever. Well, that explains it, right? You gotta trust your people. If you got a bunch of gangbang punks that open a cannabis store, if you got a beef with one of them, for all we know, they can bring stuff in and you smoke it, and the next thing you know, you're on top of that tree over there naked, going crazy. So, if we're going to do this, we have to do it right. We have to do it right. It's got to be monitored. It's got to be, you got to test the cannabis that's coming in. Even the vape need to be tested. I imagine there's going to be lawsuits against these cannabis companies now. Right? All it took is one idiot to wreck it for everybody. That's all it took. Was just one idiot. Or many. Right? These people attack you for what you say. We're supposed to live in a country where you have the freedom of speech. It's not against the law to say something, but it is when you attack people or use chemicals to take them out because you don't agree with them. And we're not sure if this was deliberate or just a bad batch of stuff they made, vaping pens or whatever. We're not sure. I mean, it has to be investigated. How did this get by? I'm dumbfounded as the rest of you. But it's just a movie we're making. Now, we have tracked down the people that have been calling the shots. They're old people that have been living here. Now, a lot of people have been calling the police in town, telling the police if they don't do something, they're going to open fire on these guys. And the police keep saying, you better not do that. Then I suggest the police do their jobs. That's what I suggest because I think uh, these guys pretty much don't give a crap about cops. They're not going to kill federal government people. That's going to bring too much down on them. But police are fair, open game. Uh, they've already told us in many of videos that they're not going after the federal government or anything like that. But police are a different thing. So the federal government is not worried about us attacking them. They're not worried about it. It's the shit. Good morning, little Debbie. Gibberish to you, but as your people drown down there down south and down in Georgia, and there's another one right behind it, Lane, that we're building. We're working on another one. Well, when you we've created everything, made weapons out of it. We can even control the weather. I got to refill my coffee. There's Lane Staley, the most wanted man everywhere. I know gibberish. Everything is gibberish to these people until they're floating on top of water. Tornadoes come through. Everything is gibberish. They don't want to listen. How many dudes get to start the day off with a little hawk to tootie? I have no idea. I have no idea. But how many of you dudes in prison are going to die pretty soon? I'm guessing probably about 1.5 million. That's what I'm guessing. Right? You start with the ball pen. They're going in getting their team from the ball pens. You hit the ball pen to make sure they ain't got no team, and then we'll clean up afterwards and come in. We might even ask Canada to help us out with this, and other countries come in. We're going to do a job, right? That's our job as America. This whatever I want. It's my move. It's my channel. We're not worried about it. Like I said, these people wanted war. They wanted chaos and mayhem in this country. They got it. Now they're crying about it. Not quit your crying. They stole everything from me, so we're going to steal everything from this country. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're seeing is the end of this country, even within the military, raping and pillaging inside the military. Ain't nothing anyone could do. This was all biblical. The whole thing was biblical. It was all biblical. That'll teach you folks to mess with Jesus. It's all biblical. We are watching everybody, folks. Police stations, fire departments. Well, because the dang government now is saying these people are creating it. The police are, some of these groups work for these police departments. I'm like, we gotta, we gotta light everything up. It's just too far gone. Yes, you are up way early. You are up way early today, Miss Debbie Fox. You'll be sleeping good tonight. You will be sleeping. Have your coffee, Deb. I was going to say, why don't you go back to bed? And then, I got it. No, I'll handle this, Debbie. Don't worry. I got this covered. This has all been orchestrated before. I've seen this movie way too many times. I know exactly where America's been. How do you all do this getting up early? I don't know. I'm usually up anywhere between 8 and 9, somewhere around there. 9:30. Sometimes I get up earlier, right? 7. Somewhere around there. Now, when I was working construction, when I was framing homes and working construction, you had to get up real early, 3 o'clock in the morning, to be on the job site by 5. He says, you potheads can't sleep in. Oh, sure they can. Sure they can sleep in. Like I said, we are looking at some of these cannabis stores now. The federal government and everybody. Everyone's like, well, it's legal. Well, it's legal in that state. There ain't no state police going to come looking for you or anything like that because they legalized it in the state. But the Federal Bureau of Investigation government has not legalized it. So by law, they can come in and take these people away. That is by law. They could do that. It's not federally passed, it's state. And the federal government wants their peace. So what could they do? Well, there is talk, Nancy Pelosi and a lot of these people are talking about legalizing it. But what they will do first is come in and get rid of all these idiots. And then the federal government will come in with proper testing, proper labs to make sure the cannabis is healthy for the people. Because the government also knows you can't have a country with a bunch of dud people, because then they got nobody to collect taxes from. They got nothing. So that's probably what will be happening, right? I'm not sure. I'm just taking a guess. A lot of us have been talking about it. Do I think it should be legalized? Yes, but only if it is regulated and watched and tested, right? If it's a bunch of cartels that are opening these stores, no, shut them down if that's what it is. And I think the federal government is starting to wonder: are these cartels popping these stores up, supplying these people? And the cannabis is not tested; it's not grown properly. It might happen. Who knows? Not today, lame. Not today, Satan. We're flooding out the whole East Coast, and then we're going to hit the West Coast. Flood that. We're on the hunt for the devil. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. I hope he brought his arm floaties, because they're going to flood everything out down there. It's a movement, political movement, a religious movement. Oh, Arnie. Nope, I'm not stoned. I know a lot of people asking me that. Are you stoned? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Debbie, as you can see, we got rain everywhere. We got storms everywhere today. God bless America, my home, sweet home. You know what else hurts me is these people that I've been watching smoking pot, doing all kinds of stuff on YouTube, and then one day they wake up and say it's all bad. You folks should not do that. Wait a minute, you just told us this stuff was all good. It was masturbating and all this stuff was good for you. It was perfectly normal. Now everybody's it's bad. I hate when they do that. Hurricane Debbie Fox is hitting Florida. She is a hurricane, ain't she? Full of moisture. It's so moist down there in Florida. I bet they all talking about me today. Your big topic today, Debbie. Hurricane Debbie is swallowing everything up. I wish she'd swallow me, but I'm too far away. I don't live in Florida no more. I did back in the 80s before all the child pedo rapist killer gang club cokehead whatever moved in. Back in the 80s, Florida was very peaceful. Very peaceful, and Cubans and everything were running the show down there. It was very peaceful in Florida back then. Uh, and that was about it. That was about it. Thank God I got out of there before it turned into some kind of pedo island. I know it's your hometown, but look what they've done to it. Like it was in the 80s. I know that. No, they didn't reject. They loved me in Florida. I fit right in. Had blonde hair. I was real tan from working outside. The chicks loved me. Always good with the chicks. You always be good and nice with the chicks. The chicks loved me. Had no problems out there. They all thought I was from there. I'm like, no, I'm from Chicago. Just out here working. You look like you belong on the beach and everything. I know. Just working, that's all. And the reason my hair turned blonde was because I was always in the water. And chlorine will bleach your hair. Ah, yes, Debbie, I know the Flacco drug. Chemicals they're spraying on the cannabis. Flacco, walking around like zombies down there. Cannabis is good for you. It'll keep weight on you if you have cancer or AIDS. Plus, it's good for pain. It's good that it helps you get through chemo. It helps you get through a lot of stuff. Should it be regulated or legalized? Yes, but only if it's going to be done right. Uh, if you're going to have a whole bunch of people that you're looking for and that are wanted because drug dealers or whatever run it, then it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Yeah, I know. Trump's on the boob tube saying that the borders are we're letting these people in, but Trump should be building a border around Florida. Ain't that where Mar-a-Lago is? He should be building a wall around Florida to keep these people out. But then again, they would be in our other states. Maybe our states should just start building walls around each individual, each state. No, it wasn't the Jewish people. Why are they blaming everything on the Jews? Although the Jews are a pain in the butt, but I don't think they're the downfall of Florida. It's not Floridians, it's everyone that comes from the other states that have ruined Florida. Transients. I don't know. Might be, Debbie. You might be right. You might be right. You might be right. I might be crazy. But it's just a piece of lunatic they're looking for. Let me see what Lane Staley's saying now. Dave won't move there. He doesn't like Puerto Rican guitarists. Huh? What? No, Dave ain't gonna move out to Florida. It's too crazy out there. There's gator. Jewish people don't like alligators. It's a proven fact. But being that it is flooded in Florida right now, the alligators are everywhere. They were showing it. They were just swimming in the streets. You got to worry about the cannibals that have moved to Florida. But now the alligators have taken over. They're all over the place. Everything went fine last night. The purging of America has begun. This will go on each week at midnight. The purging of America. Guitarists are the most sexiest in a band. Well, I'm giving up music. They're saying now that the devil controls it. I don't know who sent all that garbage and crap to me, or to my family or whatever. But you'll be hearing from, as President Bush said when they took the two towers down, you'll be hearing from all of us. Debbie Fox says, I will never give up music. I would die for reels. I don't know. If Jesus comes to me and says, Johnny, the music is, you could play music when you get into heaven, but right now the devil is controlling the music, then I'd have to walk away from the music. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll take one day at a time. Debbie, we know this much. Debbie will never give up the music. Ever. Ever, ever. Ever. Never, ever, ever. All right. We're going to end this video at 1 hour unless there's anything else you folks would like to talk about. Debbie, Lane Staley is sending you CC DeVille, who was a great guitarist, but somewhere along the way got mixed up in kilos of cocaine now. Plays different songs when they say, hit it, CC. He starts going into another song. They're like, that ain't even on the set list. What is going on? He's lost back in 1980 in certain songs. No one tells CC DeVille what to do. Let me see what Lane's saying. I'm going to go work on my tan before the repair guy shows up. You go do that, Lane Staley. Go work on your tan. Go beat your girlfriend. Yell at your drunk mother that's drunk all the time. And then go get some sun. Lay in the backyard and get some sun. You deserve it. After that kind of a day, you deserve it. And don't forget to get a hot tui from your girlfriend before you go lay in the sun. All I know is we want all these witches and demons and all this stuff dead in America. And I think these guys that they hired will go through any extremes to get rid of these people from stealing from us. They stole the tan right off of me. They've been stealing everything. Anointings, everything. You know what? I don't think you bikers are ready for America. I don't think these people are ready. I don't think it's your time yet, boys. I don't think it's time yet. It's not these dudes' times yet. Yes, be careful of the sun lane. Don't be out there too long. We forgot to go ahead and let you folks know that the sun is throwing off radiation and destroying our atmosphere, our ozone layer, and is actually radioactive. A lot of people are like, what are you talking? Well, you folks, you've been lost in a world. They've kept you behind the iron curtain. I opened the iron curtain. A lot of people were pissed at us. We were trying to come up with something where we can reflect the radiation away from the uh, earth. But these idiots got so pissed off. What do you mean we're trying to save the earth? Do you want to burn up like Saturn and the rest of these planets that lost their ozone layer, and then the sun did its job? The radiation came in and destroyed everything. We're trying to save mankind, and these people are doing their best to destroy it. Seriously, you have Debbie Foxes. Seriously, you have sun exposure, but you can't clearly see unless you just look like a sea turtle. He might he might be a sea turtle. That from the radiation of the sun morphed into a mutant ninja teenage turtle. Haktui, let me see. Lane Staley said Haktui days are in the rear view mirror. I have no idea what he's talking about. That's kind of disgusting. Debbie, can you get rid of that? Who's in the back seat? I don't know. It's got to be a YouTuber that's a crime channel or something. It could be Ernie. It could be anybody. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. I was gonna delete that message, but I was too lazy to pick up my arm and grab my mouse. I'll get it. I'll get the next one. That was one of our drones that just flew by, keeping an eye on this little town. A lot of people are shocked. They're like, "Are you kidding me? You have birds that are drone? They look like birds?" Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are watching everything in this small little town, looking for the evil. A lot of people are, you can't do that. Watch us. It's either that or I'm going to have my 8-foot drone hovering over this town, fully loaded and ready to protect this little town. Some women in Florida, Debbie said, look like leather purses. Yes, this is true. Lane Staley said, dudes who sunbathe are like gay. I never sunbathed. Well, I did once in a while. You go to the beach, you lay out on the beach, but I got my tan from outside working, building decks, putting siding on and framing, doing all kinds of stuff. I've always been really, really tan, always. And people are actually shocked because they didn't even recognize me. They're like, dude, you are always tan. I'm like, they stole the tan right off me. These people raped and pillaged and stole the tan right off of my skin. That white wizard they're looking for in Indiana. Ah, Debbie, I agree with you. Some women look like that and never even been in the sun. I agree 100% with you on that. Hold 1 minute, folks. I got to speak with it. Oh, this is very important. Hold on 1 minute. I'm muting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. You folks, sit tight here for a minute. I got to run outside. I just got a logical coordinates I got to give somebody, and then I'll be right back. Just talk amongst yourselves. Yes, Debbie, I agree. Some of these women look like leather purses. Do you see what they're doing to gonad sacks? They're turning gonad sacks into purses, Debbie. I got to go outside for a minute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, Debbie. Let me see what Deb said. I mean, sunscreen is your friend. Yes, I agree. Yes, I was going to buy one bull sack purse. She's going to do it. I knew it. I knew it. Hopefully not mine. Hopefully not mine. All right, I got a call real quick. I'm gonna end this video. I gotta pay a couple bills. I had to run outside for a minute. Debbie, how about a bird video? Maybe I'll come back here shortly with some birds singing, although it is cloudy out and crappy. But I gotta pay a bill, and I'm always here. You can always message me. You know that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta pay my bill. Now, you folks be safe. God bless you all. Debbie, you're up early. You should have your coffee and relax. Uh, cannot believe she's going to buy a bull sack purse, but it's popular in America. Very popular. Debbie, be safe. We got storms coming. God bless, and I'll be back in a little while. Talk to you later. I have to end the movie now. The movie is ending for today. I'll talk to you folks later.